Hi guys, Irah here reporting for United People's TV. We're here with Ian from Manchester United Supporters Trust. We are here with the Red Revew. Ian, talk to me. Happy man, sad man?
Frustrated man. There's 37 shots, 0 in the back of the net.
11 on target.
Jesus. The whole creation and stuff sort of was on and off throughout time during that match. But you just thought, even when down to 10 men, we should have won that game. Yeah,
definitely, because when Burnley, when we went down to 10, Burnley was still playing the exact same formation. Still had everyone back. Playing that two back fours essentially. The same as they did against Everton as well. And I thought they'd do something similar today, but I thought we'd somehow be able to break them down. But you go back to when Burnley played Liverpool as well. I think Liverpool had like 29 shots on goal that day as well, and ended up losing. So,
I suppose it's quite a mentality for Sean Dyche, is the fact that he goes to try and get to these away grounds and try and make it hard for the opposition. But it's not Fortress Old Trafford again, and we're still not getting back to that. But just times where I mentioned it on Wednesday night about Zlatan, and today. There was only a few times that you'd seen him make runs. The runs towards the ball, runs off the ball. And he had 3 or 4 chances, blatant chances. He had another one on the back post that was like the Rashford cross against City. It came in from Pogba this time, right on the back post. All he's got to do is put his foot on it. It was harder not to put his cock on it, and he missed it. And you were just like, what the are we paying this guy for? We paid nothing for him, but he's not producing, and today was the perfect game for him to get a goal.
Yeah, definitely. I think for me, he had like 12 shots and only 4 of them on target. But for me, that one where he had that overhead kick, if he'd have headed it as opposed to the overhead kick, he'd have gone in. I'm sure of it. Well, and considering the amount of shots Zlatan's had in the last few games and not scored, you know what I mean? And, he tries the overhead kick, tries to be fancy, it not go in. And I think that's just,
trying to score a goal for the cameras is one thing. I mean, trying to actually make sure that we get a goal in a game where we think is another thing altogether. And
should have kept it simple. Maybe if that had been earlier on in the season when he was scoring, that that overhead kick probably would have gone in. But
the keeper did quite well though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he was really good. He did play very well, to be fair.
An old United player, Tom Eaton. Although saying that, I made comments before we started about the fact that he only really had 4 or 5 decent saves to make. The rest were pretty bog standard shots that weren't really hit with enough pace or were pretty easy for this keeper to at him and stuff like that. So I still think there's a lot of work for us to do on, especially when teams like Burnley turn up at Old Trafford and we can't think. I want a performance like I said on Wednesday night. I want a performance like we did on Wednesday, where it was 1-touch, 2-touch football, and there was times where we did got it was there was some flicks and tricks and the ball got moved around, but it just wasn't quick enough at times, and it was still sideways. But it was like we were playing against City again, and although it controls and dominates the game, it doesn't finish in being clinical enough when we get there. So it's quite frustrating.
You mentioned obviously about it was somewhat frustrating as well. And you mentioned obviously about it not being quick enough. I mean, I know we've played quite a lot of games in the last couple of weeks, and I'm not saying the players look tired, but just like they were playing a really slow kind of there was like a lack of urgency, and not just with any one player, but with a lot, to be fair. Even like Rooney as well, who came on in the last, was it last 20? He come on 4th, something like that. And there was times where he could have been running for the ball, but it didn't really look like he was massively interested. He really should have been, that stored up energy and just.
You'd have thought it was actually coming on and actually taking the game by the scruff of its neck. At the point, especially since the fact we'd lost Hando Herrera. Jesus Christ, where do we start with Clattenburg? This whole philosophy, any sort of myth that Clattenburg is a United fan's got to go out the window after that one. I've said it time and time again. He comes here and absolutely decimates us from times, and I really find it quite frustrating that we actually get to a point where he spends the whole of that second half giving nothing to United. Only time he gave, it was 2 free kicks, and with that was because his linesman was flagging for them. and he's got to give them when he's flying and flag something like that because it's in the rules of the game.
We were denied about 5 penalties, though, weren't we? A good 5 in one game.
I'm not entirely. Well, the majority of them was at the Stretford end during that second half. Obviously, the blatant one was Diamond in the first half.
Yeah.
He does catch him at the end. And
but this is the thing. If it's not a penalty, then Diamond should get booked for diving because it's one or the other.
I think
Clattenburg,
sort of
shame on you. Call yourself a ref. Waste man.
He spent most of that second half going, well, really?
Yeah.
How is this guy supposed to be the top referee
in this country? I know.
Yet can't referee a game fairly.
Yeah.
Mourinho getting sent to the stands at half time. He just seems to have everything against us today, and
that's true.
Actually, let that be an excuse for the performance on the pitch in the second half.
Yeah, we should. I think a lot. I think we were somewhat unlucky, considering the amount of shots that we had, and probably should have scored. Their goalkeeper,
going back to the
Zlatan, not being able to get a goal.
Going back to the Rooney point though, I thought he was terrible substitution to bring on at that time.
That's true.
Although, Matt has had a good no-run of games, but he was controlling things so well.
Yeah.
His ability to have 1-2 touches and it moves, brings the pace when you're in front of their back four. Yeah. And as soon as you take that away, you bring in Rooney, who wants to play deeper because he's not got the pace. He takes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 touches, turning round, trying to find an option. He spends so long trying to find an option, and you're thinking, just play the short ball to the nearest man. And he's trying to pick out somebody on the other side of the pitch. Constantly, he thinks I presume he thinks he's Paul Scholes now, and it just really infuriates me that the other bit's Fellaini.
Oh, he was awful.
Sure what was going on with the Fellaini idea. You've got Rashford, who, for me, I'm sorry, but the tactics at that point in the match should have been, we've got to get in behind them, we've got to do it with some sort of pace. Put Rashford right up top.
Yeah.
Let him have a go at getting in between either centre back and put a through ball because he'll be 1-on-1 with keeper then.
Yeah.
And
someone to run at least defence because they've got two lines and they need someone to. We put too many short passes round the box or trying to get through the box. It didn't really work. When it weren't working, we should have had someone like Rashford who could have done a bit of running and got a few players out of position and do you know what I mean?
We've got the ball in the box that many times. We was then playing 3 and 4 yard passes with 3 players in their box where they've got surrounded, and there was times, and not just from corners and bumming set pieces, where they had 8 and 9 men in their own box. It's so much traffic. It's unbelievable. That's it. Yeah, I remember the one corner that we had in the first half, and they had every player in the box, everyone, and we still had about 3-4 players outside the box. We could have committed another 2 players. It wasn't exactly like they were breaking that. Well, the times they did break that quickly, but. There was times, and I said it to lads around me, I said, they've got all 10 of their outfield players in the box for this corner.
Yeah.
And we've got 3 men against, there's 7 men of their players who've got all the time in the world to do whatever they want. And you're just thinking, that was the slight frustrations of not putting, we're expecting them to clear the ball and us to we did put the pressure on at the end of the first half and again at the end of the second half, but you're not beating them in the air. We needed to start putting balls through them on the deck. Fellaini coming on. You take Rashford off just to bring Fellaini on. And what does he offer? Most of the majority of his
this is the thing.
passing.
Obviously, everybody knows I don't like Fellaini because he's shit. But
I'm glad.
When he come on, I'm like, oh God, no. Right, but then his first touch, he gives away a foul. I'm just like, just you know what I mean?
I shouted as soon as I saw him come on and touch, and I said he's going to get sent off here because of his elbows, and that was it. Foul straight away.
I'd have rather have put Carrick on or Schneiderlin, quite frankly, you know what I mean?
Carrick would have brought some forward passes.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Do you think maybe with Mourinho bringing down Fellaini, perhaps it was his kind of way of parking the bus again, kind of hanging on to the 0-0 lead?
I don't know. Up to Burnley. They were fans at the end. Yeah. The entire away section enjoyed bumming celebrating that. They were celebrating it like they'd won league or something. It was ridiculously.
Was the way, and it was the same with Stoke as well. The other week. In fact, I think it was damn near exactly the same, a mirrored performance of because their goalkeeper was good that day. We had a load of shots on target that day. Fans celebrated I
think you'd actually give it to Stoke's keeper that day. He
true.
did actually put he won them the game there. Whereas today, I'm not entirely sure you give it to Heaton is that he won the game.
Nah.
Give him a point in the game. I think there was chances to put the game to bed earlier on that just weren't taken. Zlatan.
Damn, I know. Going forward, falling even further behind. It could be an 8-point gap from the top of the league now. Slowly falling and further away from the pack, and considering the amount of money that we spent,
it's not justifiable, is it? Really? I think we're now sitting in 8th behind Watford. It's actually started to feel like another LVG sort of Moyes season, where we seem to have dropped. And we do need to pick up the points. Swansea away, past 3 seasons, lost 3-0 against them or 3-1 against them. That's going to be an absolute nightmare of a game.
It's always a tough. It's always a tough place to go, Swansea.
So you're not even trying to sort of look forward. We needed a win today, really, to keep the momentum of the win at City, and it just seems to be. And I've said it on the channel before. It seems to be stop-start again. When a stop-start under Louis van Gaal at the start of last season and never really got anywhere near. So it's just more pure frustration.
Oh man. Going forward, got Fenerbahce away.
Nice trip there.
Tough fixture.
Well, we played it all right against them at home. Obviously, it's a different thing under their atmosphere.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And things like that. But I think you really need to sort of go there with a mindset of we need to leave here with 3 points to even sort of start kick-starting the season. We've got to try and put performance like we did here, and although the Van Persie goal was a bit of a we'll let him off with that one because it's Van Persie. We can't have that sort of attitude.
With anyone else,
yeah, we should be going there for an 2-3-0 win and coming back and saying right, let's try and get the same against Swansea, but I've not got the confidence at the moment.
I know, it's not looking good. It's hard to kind of, see the wood through the trees, man. It's hard to kind of truly pinpoint exactly where we're going wrong. And let's face it, man, I think if Mourinho can't do it, here at United, who else can? I know. I know there's a lot of fans out there say, we should have had Pochettino, or we should have had what's him from Atletico Madrid.
I remember that.
His name's what's on mind.
Diego Simeone.
Simeone, that's it. Yeah. We should have Simeone and Jasper.
Well, he can go along for a manager. He's got to be free. He can't. It's not a player. You can't just force people to hand over the manager. It's a completely different ballgame in that situation. City sort of did their planning in the fact that they got Guardiola. I think we struggled on the fact that Mourinho wanted the United job so bad they decided to leave himself free for pretty much 3/4 of last season, so that he was free in the summer.
Yep.
So then he's got to back that up. He's got to come in and back that up.
Because that's the thing. There's been so much said. Obviously Mourinho, leaving in the Lowry and.
Well, that was bigger fucking news than City smashing toilets on a pound.
Damn.
But I think frustration's the summary of the day.
Well, there's a lot worse areas in Manchester than living in the Lowry.
Well, that's true. But everybody likes the Lowry.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point, man. But I've still got faith in Mourinho.
Yeah, I thought we needed to build on things, and I think he's still building blocks in there.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is the thing. You can't expect Mourinho to buy 3-4 players and then suddenly we're turning into the 99 treble winning side.
Not going to happen overnight.
Over one season.
You still start to ask the question: what the hell? What's he doing with Mkhitaryan?
Yeah, Mkhitaryan. No Mkhitaryan.
No Mkhitaryan again today. Not even
Mkhitaryan, if you're watching, get in touch. Let us know you're okay.
You can play for Irish Sunday League too. It's a ridiculous situation.
If you're going to get hammered at Deansgate Locks on a Saturday night, then turning up on a Sunday morning hungover, get in touch.
Love it.
Other places in Manchester are available to drink at, by the way.
Just before you start endorsing places.
I know, that's it,
Video's not sponsored again.
That's it, yeah.
Jesus.
Well, if anyone does want to endorse us, give us a shout. You know, we both like booze and free entry to nightclubs where there's good party atmospheres.
I think you might enjoy my weekend if we start on that note.
That's the one, yeah. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Put your comments in the box below. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Snapchat, Twitter, United People's TV. Till next time, come on the Reds.